watch this documentary that you actually are a part of. It's called An Inconvenient Study. And I want to play a little bit of a clip here from this documentary, and then I want to ask you about it.
There are limitations to retrospective studies. That's the reason why we like to do randomized clinical trials when we can, because they don't have the same limitations. The major one that you have to worry about with retrospective studies is things that are different between the groups that you're comparing that you're unable to account for.
If you want a flawless study, do a placebo-controlled trial. Any retrospective study is going to have flaws in it. But in this study, they made a point to address many of the flaws that they found themselves.
The results indicate that the different follow-up period really did not have a substantial effect on the research question that they were probing. When you do a lot of sensitivity analysis and what you're seeing doesn't change much, that can be reassuring. The authors did a good job with the information that they had. I have seen studies on vaccines published in good journals that are much weaker in quality. The fact that this study hasn't been peer-reviewed and hasn't been published is extremely concerning. It's important knowledge, and other healthcare systems really do need to replicate the analysis. This question really does need to be probed. It's a very important research question.
So, Doctor, why do you think that this study never saw the light of day and is now immediately trying to be discredited?
Yeah, bad findings, And it's not to say the study's perfect. I've looked at the methods. This is why you need peer review. Yeah. Actually, there's some suggestions that I would make to the authors to really, kind of address some of the challenges with this type of analysis. So it's not to say it's a perfect study, but it's definitely the case that the findings are bad. The findings don't speak well for people who receive a lot of vaccines, children who receive a lot of vaccines, and the risk of development of different chronic conditions. And that's why that's why the study has not been peer reviewed. That's why it hasn't been submitted.